sign. Turn right.
Springfest, a festival of fun and savings for your garden and total home. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Offers valid through 4/28 while supplies last. In-store only. Selection varies by location. U.S. only.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Cooley Lake Road. Then turn left onto Union Lake Road.
Does your car thrill you? When you hit the pedal, do you get something back? A chill in your spine. Goosebumps on your goosebumps. When you take off, do your fingers tighten around the steering wheel? Does your heart beat in your stomach and your breath catch in your chest?
At the light, turn left onto Union Lake Road. Then turn right onto Cooley Lake Road.
Does it thrill you? Ours will. This is the new Nissan.
Clay's Cleaning Service has a spotless reputation.
Take care of the windows. Hello, this is Clay.
But his business operations could use a light dusting.
I had you scheduled for next week. I'll just check here. No, absolutely. We will be there tomorrow.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capura of National Benefit Plan. For affordable life insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
The Detroit Tigers play the Chicago White Sox. Pre-game tonight at 7:50 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Goodwin swings. It's a high fly ball to right. Deep. Going back. Eaton at the fence. Looking up. And it's gone. A home run. Nico Goodwin with a shot to right. Towering fly ball.
At the light, turn right onto Cooley Lake Road.
In the seventh inning.
And they win 5-2. Got to give Jose Arena credit. He battled, and gave up one earned run. Tigers
In 4.2 miles, turn right onto Elizabeth Lake Road.
5 errors. About 5 hours.
Tough day in the field.
I think Candelaria had like 2 of them. It was ridiculous.
He did. Started off with one in the first inning.
Yeah, actually, there was a one play that was not charged for the error. It could have actually been 6.
Was that the one that Candelaria that deflected to Goodrum?
I think so.
And then he sailed it like 10
Yes.
feet.
Yeah, I was technically shooting 2 errors on the one play, but I thought it was going to be a throwing error. For some reason, they decided not to give him a throwing error. By the way, our buddy Adam Eaton, he got hurt a little bit in that game, but he went 2 for 5, and early on, he got a base hit because it was very tough, as we know, in baseball. When you're playing a team, like the White Sox, the key, they've really been taken out of the system. Crazy shit from his head. That's really what? We have a drop here.
Tigers struggle to get eaten out.
Yeah.
That's how you get eaten out.
Yeah, that's
John's done for the segment.
yeah.
After the Canadian segment or story last segment, and talking about Eaton, it's it'll be.
No, he did not go. He did not go to Oregon State, John. He did. I know you hope he did, but he did. The draft is tomorrow, and minor trade yesterday, or was it a minor trade? And does it affect the Detroit Lions, the Miami Dolphins, and offensive lineman Eric Flowers back to the Washington football team. When he played in Washington, they were the Redskins. Now they're the Washington football team. He was a major failure with the Giants draft. But he's got his career back a little bit. He's not a bad player anymore.
Yeah, he's a solid player.
Now an NFL player got a huge contract, and now Miami got rid of him, so they flip-flop like late-round picks. But the question is now, at Miami,
Stay in the middle lane.
6, does that mean they're going offensive line?
And
With Sewell or Slater?
well, and so what the thought is that Miami is going to take their current right tackle Robert Hunt and move him down now to the vacated guard spot.
Not Robert's brother, Mike.
That's right. Hunt will move to right guard.
We won't go on.
No, we won't. I refuse to. And then Flowers, who vacated the guard spot, that in the first round, because Miami has 2 picks in the first round, that with the number 6 pick, if Penei Sewell is there, or possibly even Rashawn Slater, that they would be in the offensive line market.
Correct.
And, some people say, well, no, they'll just take an offensive lineman with their second pick, which I believe is, what, 19?
23.
Okay, so it's later. But, and there will be quality offensive linemen there. But the same argument that we have had here at Detroit, and we have analyzed this to no end, how much do you expect to have success out of a top 10 receiver? Or is it a better gamble to take an offensive lineman in the top 10? And I think all of us think that it's, unless you're getting a generational talent, unless you're drafting Calvin Johnson, then it's probably better to take an offensive lineman. So why wouldn't Miami do that? They want to protect Tua Tagovailoa, who they took in the first round last year.
And if they want a receiver, there's a chance that they could take, I don't know, somebody like Darius
Tony.
Yeah.
And
By the
way,
we were wrong. Dolphins pick
18th. I thought it was in the teens, or I said 19, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
19 is actually what I think Washington has.
Yes.
And so that's going to be the big question, because if that happens, if they take an offensive lineman and Cincinnati takes an offensive lineman, we think Cincinnati at 5 is going to take Penei Sewell. If Penei Sewell is off the board for the Dolphins, do they go with Rashawn Slater and then leave Detroit, who we were kind of hoping would take an offensive lineman if they stayed at 7, with a very tough decision? And that tough decision, again, we go back to the draft starts with San Francisco. Which quarterback are they taking? And then it goes to Atlanta. What do they do with that pick? There's so many different variables if they trade.
At
if
the
they
next
take
light,
a quarterback,
turn
if they
right.
take Kyle Pitts, and then 2 offensive linemen are off the board, Detroit could have a choice of Jamar Chase. They could have a choice of Trey Lance. They could have a choice of Justin Fields.
Correct.
And so,
or one of the other wide receivers.
Or one of the other wide receivers. But what's off the board at that point is the 2 top offensive linemen that, we have mocked. You mocked Rashawn Slater. I mocked Rashawn Slater later. We also were hoping that maybe Penei Sewell would fall to him at 7. There's a possibility that both guys will be off the board by the time the Lions pick.
At the
or
light,
do whatever they
turn
want
right
to do
onto
with that
Elizabeth
number 7.
Lake Road.
Now, I wouldn't take him at 7, but there are those. We had Greg Cosell on, and I've seen other people believe that Christian Darrisaw.
In 3.7 miles, turn left onto North Johnson Street.
Sewell or Slater.
Yes, and you could be talking about the kid out of USC, Vera Tucker,
right?
Who a lot of people think should be ranked up there as well. So there are other options. I just don't know that there's a top 10 option, and I do believe that Darrisaw is a very good tackler. Vera Tucker is somewhat along the lines of a Rashawn Slater, where he probably play tackle to start with, but then he's more of a guard body and playing type. So there's just a lot of up in the air now that this trade happened. And I really didn't think, were you guys surprised to see a trade this close to the draft? I didn't think we would see one until Thursday.
I'm a little surprised. I'm glad, actually. Gives teams time to
adjust.
Yes, absolutely.
I think if Pitts gets past Cincy, that all of a sudden somebody trading up to get him becomes a super real possibility.
Yeah.
Like to Miami, like, okay, we can get another pick and get Darrisaw like at 10 if Dallas were to move up to get Pitts.
Well, at some point they're going to have to start adding pieces to their team. They've done a phenomenal job of trading, whether it's draft picks, whether it's individuals to gain draft picks. I mean, they're going to have, I think, more selections in this draft than anybody else. But at some point, they actually have to make a pick. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that they traded down, then they traded back up to number 6, that they have an eye on somebody,
right?
To take with that number 6 pick.
And they wouldn't have made the trade to move up.
Right.
Pro Football Talk has 1 mock draft and 1 mock draft only. And I'm looking at that right now. And they, by the way,
this is crazy.
have the Lions at 7 taking Micah Parsons.
Their draft isn't very good.
No, well, they Lawrence, Wilson, Fields 3, Sewell 4,
to Atlanta.
Pitts 5, Chase to Miami, and Parsons, the linebacker for the Lions. And what it says here is Dan Campbell wants kneecap biters. God, I'm so sick of that already. Owner's special assistant, who has plenty of influence. Kind of sick of that. Now ready for the draft too. Chris Miller surely values the linebacker position. This pick fits with exactly what the Lions seem to be looking to do. Yeah, that's true. But at 7, look, I love Parsons, you know that, but I don't think I'd take him at 7.
I mean, I look at it like when I was talking about the trade earlier, potentially, like the Dolphins, if Pitts got to them, like what about a team like the Chargers who lost Hunter Henry? Jumping up, the Dolphins slide down to 13. They probably pick up at least a 2 and a 4 in that situation. I don't think they would quite get a 1 in the future. But then, okay, so then you're the Dolphins and you're at 13. You could potentially get Devontae Smith. You got the 18th pick, and you could go Najee Harris. My goodness. Think about that. I mean, you got Alabama, pro, with Tua, it'd be crazy. Because they already got Devontae Parker and Will Fuller.
Maybe saving the coach Dolphins again.
Yeah.
Make another tight end cry.
That's right. And they could take Leatherwood later in the draft for their offensive line.
Yeah, what it does.
But the Chargers, though, I think they have to go.
I agree, and I think the most likely, if this happens, the most likely trade partner for either Miami, if they do want to trade back again, or for the Lions, would be Dallas at number 10. And I know that they need defense, but we keep hearing about Jerry Jones and his infatuation with Kyle Pitts. If he is available, don't be surprised to see him go up, because there's no chance, if there's no trades, there's no chance that Kyle Pitts makes it to number 10.
No way.
And I know I had that in my mock, but I just don't see that happening. So now you have Kyle Pitts, you could have Trey Lance, and in this mock, I think Trey Lance goes late to
Yeah. Well, you know what's way even weirder? There was one mock, Chris Sims, who's usually really, really good.
yeah.
It feels going to Tampa this point. What? Yes.
Yeah, this one has Trey Lance going to the Steelers at 24, and Charlie Casserly had Justin Fields, I think, falling to 24 in his mock that we talked about last week. So there's no shortage of opinions as to where guys are going. But
let me say this: I am not a scout. I'm not close to being a scout. I'm just a football fan. How in the world could Justin Fields go at the same pick as Lamar Jackson as a prospect? John, I mean, to me, it's almost night and day as a prospect. Let's not say what Jackson became, which I still question if he's going to be a top-tier quarterback. But come on, Fields is a superior prospect to Jackson.
let's ponder that.
No doubt about it. Our telephone number 248-539-9797.
Hey, I want to tell you about my friends over at Level One Bank, because home buying season is heating up, and they are the best, by far, local mortgage solution. It's at Level One Bank. John Jansen here, and I love the wide varieties of loan programs that Level One Bank provides, including all standard loans, first-time home buyers, purchase or refi, single close construction and renovation loans, even doctor loans. I love that Level One Bank takes the time to get to know you, understand your needs, and tailors a solution that's exactly right for your situation. They provide frequent communication and updates throughout the entire process. You can even apply and get pre-approved for a mortgage online. It couldn't be any simpler. That's why I got my mortgage at Level One Bank, and I think you should as well.
At the next
You can
light,
trust the
turn
local
left.
experts at Level One Bank. For more information, go to levelonebank.com/John Jansen Mortgage. That's levelonebank.com/John Jansen Mortgage. Level One Bank is a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
97.1.
At the light, turn left onto North Johnson Street.
AM 950 Traffic Center. This report brought to you by Secret Car Wash. Accident-free this morning, but things are starting to pick up a little bit along 75 southbound near 12 Mile. And road work is coming up today in Bluefield Township. Telegraph southbound from Hickory Brook to Long Lake, a left-hand closure is scheduled. Super Car Wash gives unlimited chances to keep your car clean for just $12.95 a month. Wash every day at any 11 locations. It's quick, easy, and contactless, plus free vacuums and hand towel drying. That's $12.95 a month. Drive up and sign up at Super Car Wash. Feel super. Go unlimited today. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Detroit Pistons host the Dallas Mavericks. Pregame tomorrow night at 6:35 on 104.3 WOMC.
In half a mile, turn left onto Pine Grove Street.
Is brought to you by Northville Lumber.
This former science with an Odyssey sportsman. For years, baseball commissioner Rob Stopwatch Manfred has been obsessed with the pace of the game. Accordingly, Manfred has nibbled at the corners, cutting time between innings, reducing mound visits, eliminating lefty one-out relief specialists, and making intentional passes pitchless. Then, hiding behind the cloak of COVID-19, Manfred systematically shortened extra innings and doubleheaders. Lurking next is the inevitable dreaded pitch clock. Well, listeners know I've been on Manfred's case about this misguided mission forever, but Manfred revealed on Sportico Live that his NBA counterpart Adam Silver had told him, Rob, you gotta stop talking about pace of game. In fact, Silver believes baseball's pace is perfect. That is, for in-game wagering between innings, between at-bats, even between pitches. The biggest issue, Manfred said, is that sports betting is the biggest opportunity of fan engagement. Damn.
Turn left onto Pine Grove Street, then turn right onto Wisner Street.
You want cash. You want to get stuff done. So what do? You buy 5-Hour Energy, of course. You upload the receipt to 5hewin.com, then find out if you instantly won 10, 100, or even
At the stop sign,
$1,000.
turn right onto Wisner Street. Then the destination is on your left.
Like a hot knife through butter. 5-Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or a legal resident of the U.S. since June 30th, 2021. For rules, visit 5hewin.com/rules. Void where prohibited. Message and data rates may apply.
Don't miss out on Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. If your car could use a spring cleaning, stop by for great deals on everything you need to keep your car looking new. Like Mother's California
The destination
Gold
is on your
Wax, just
left.
$4.99
26
for a
Wisner
64-ounce
Street.
bottle. That's
Arrived.
a $6 savings. Visit the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts today or O'ReillyAuto.com.